Something's got to give. That is the caption of this video. You might have clicked on it curious, wondering what that means, but you know what it means. If you're anything like me, you're at a point in your life where you have things that you want to aspire to do. It might be small, it might be big, who knows? But there's things that you have not locked into and you have not been consistent with. Things that you've been telling yourself for a long time that you will be. There's things that you've been telling yourself for a long time that you're going to get on, you're going to start, you're going to make it a part of yourself, and it just hasn't worked out that way. I want to talk about a few things. I created some bullet points so I can stay on track. But I just want to say, this video is for you, but I'm not special. Videos for myself as well. In the future, if I need to look back on this, and I will. That's something that I can use to hold myself accountable as well, because I have so many things that you will see coming in the future, especially for this channel and in my life in general. Amongst other, a lot of amazing things that I've had sketched out and wanted to do, and I just haven't. In being honest with yourself is one of the things we're going to talk about in this video. But I kind of want to keep this under 10 minutes if I can. I'm gonna say 15 minutes because I'm probably not gonna. But I don't want to edit it. I just want to upload it. So like I said, I have one of the bullet points. So the first thing has a lot to do with what I mean by something's got to give. The thing that needs to give is you. No one's gonna give you, and you've heard this 1,000 times. No one's gonna give you the things that you want. No one is here to save you. No one is going to come in on a chariot and drop all the money that you need in your lap, or the happiness, or you have to figure out that for yourself. Now that might all sound, oh my God, wow. Yeah, you've heard this a million times, I know. But it's not just, and I understand it's not that simple. What you need to do is figure out what it takes to attain those things, the smaller steps to those things. If you want more friends, don't think about what people like to do. Think about what you like to do. And then think about how people connect with the things that you like to do. And you start to involve yourself in those things. This way you find people that's interested in things that you like. Like you saw is like step-by-step ways for you to get into things that has nothing to do with other people. Because you're not trying to people please. You're trying to do things that's centered around things in your world that people can connect with you through. That's a way to make friends. This is not about making friends, but this is about getting things for yourself, because people are not going to knock on your door asking to be your friend, stuff like that. Like that was just a example. It was an example. But if you want money, what can you do? What can you do to bring in some money for yourself? And you're like, oh, well, I build roofs and stuff like that, or whatever. Maybe you have some type of skill. You might not have the things that you need to get into those things, but what are the steps that it takes to get there? What are the small steps? What's something that you can do today or tomorrow, whatever, that you can do to get towards that future that you're hoping for, that future that you're wanting, and that you can attain? It's possible. Something that I've always wanted to do is start YouTube. People like something like somebody like me. I don't even know what this is called, but I'm the type of person where I feel like I need everything before I can start something because I want it to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I'm not in a perfect situation. I have to force myself to do things like sit down and make uncomfortable videos, recording myself talk, and then post the whole thing because I'm going to be too lazy to edit it and do other things. I know myself. I have to be honest with myself. Again, that's going to be very, very, very much talked about. Not to an extraneous extent, but it's going to be talked about later in this video. But, so the first thing I want to talk about is this. I have bullet points. Give me a second. Okay. Discipline. What does it mean to be disciplined? Or let's talk about motivation, because those two things are often looked at hand in hand. Oh man, I'm just not motivated to do those things. If you are motivated to do the things that you need to do, then that makes sense. right? It's not natural to feel like that you're motivated to do a chore all the time. It's just not how it works. You have to have built up a practice, a regime, a regimen, I'm about to say, something that you do all the time. For instance, I have an example. I make music every single day. I sit down on my computer, and if I'm just doing anything, I'll just load up FL. I'll load up FL and I'll play beats until I find something that I want to make a song over. And if it doesn't work out that day, that's fine. But when I get that motivation, I'm there and ready to jump into the process of making something that I find. Or maybe I'll just start saying something until it comes to me. But I have a practice of doing that every day, whether I feel like making music or not. I'll do it subconsciously. I'll do it subconsciously. It's really about being in the best setting possible to do exactly do exactly what you are trying to do. Some people's goals may be bigger than others. And in those cases, you need to take the smallest step possible and you need to do that. And then think about the silliest, smallest step next after that first step that you took and do that. And you do it all the way up until you can't, until there's something in your way and you figure out how to get that out of your way and you take that next step. These are I know this is kind of like surface level basic things, but it's the truth. I know that I needed a computer. I had to use my job to save up as much as I could to buy a computer. And it was very small increments. I didn't just have a bunch of money to drop at once. That happens rarely in my life. I got people to take care of, not like kids or anything, but like family. I got bills I gotta pay on my own. I have things I gotta do. It's just more realistic. You have to take the small steps towards the bigger picture. You have to. Every stroke is the thing. Pause. Every stroke of the brush creates the picture that you see. You have to consider that for yourself. I basically was just trying to say that you can't use motivation as a crutch for a reason as to why you're not doing anything. You need to start doing something without the motivation. You need a foundation, and then you use the motivation as a tool to help you to get more out of what you're doing. You have to do it, and then the motivation will come while you're doing it to help you push through. Because if that's what you want to do, then that's how you have to view it. It's really a mindset thing. It really is. And I'm saying that for myself. I know that I will be too lazy to edit this video. So I made bullet points for myself. That's a small step I took in order to make this feel more structured because I know I'm not gonna edit it. And then I started talking after I made my bullet points about what I want to talk about. Again, this is for myself. Like, and hopefully maybe you can get something from this video and I don't just sound like an idiot. Your viewpoint on the things that you're working towards. Is it using your time or is it taking your time? You should be looking at the things that you're working towards, not as taking your time, but as using your time. The reason why that verbiage to me is important is because I'm using my time for my future's advantage. If I feel like it's taking my time, it will feel draining. Something like a job takes your time. You're using it for your benefit, but it takes away from your family time. It takes away from your mental health. You're not doing something, unless you are doing something you love, and that's great for you if you are. You're probably not doing something that you love. You're doing something that you have to do out of necessity. But when you use your time towards something that's fulfilling to you, then it's for your betterment. So using those two different words in a different, it just helps to it just makes you feel better. It's just a better way to think about the way that you're doing the things you're doing because you're working towards something. It's of value. You're not just doing anything. When you scroll on TikTok, that's taking your time. You scroll through these reels and you don't even think about time. Like you look back at your clock and like, dang, it's been 10 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. Like you like think about it. You be at the end of your shift, and if you get some downtime, you start scrolling to hopefully make it go faster. You may not consciously sit there and think that, but that's what happens. Yeah, I'm already at 9 minutes, so that 10 minutes was chalk. What else did I want to talk about? So basically, all I'm saying is this. The reality is, the more that you work towards the things that you're trying to do, you build up a habit of doing the smaller things, you'll get closer to actually achieving it. It's the steps that make the distance. It's that simple. If I put one foot in front of the other, I go like I'm gonna be pressing forward, whether it takes me a little time or a bunch of time. I'm gonna get there eventually. And I also want to just say one more thing, which I kind of forgot. But yeah, just be honest with yourself. I started changing around some of the things that I say. Like, I need to lock in, for instance. Commonly used, like you might think, oh, you don't need to take that serious. But it's such an easy thing to say. Oh, I need to lock in. Oh, I need to, oh, this and that. I started saying stuff like, I need to be better. It forces me to think in an accountable way. I need to lock in just sounds too like I'm kidding, I'm joking. Like, it's not, I'm not serious. I do need to lock in, let me lock in, but that doesn't, it's like a playful verbiage. I need to be better is taking ownership of the fact that I'm lacking in something or I am not doing something efficiently enough. I need to be better. Whatever the version of that is, if that means to me, that's what I use to motivate me to continue to do something. Again, that's what it took me for me to make this video. I knew all these things. All these things I'm saying, I already know. I'm sure that you have heard these things before. But if you continue to watch this video to this point, these are things that you need. These are things that you needed to hear. But there's things that you need to tell yourself. I need to be better. I want to be better. I will be better. And during the times that you're doing the things that you're saying, or doing the things that you want to do, I am becoming this. I'm becoming what I wanted. I'm doing, don't psych yourself out. Don't have an imposter syndrome about yourself. Whenever you're working towards something like that, don't be ashamed of it. Don't be embarrassed. If you're making music because you like to make music and you want to show somebody, don't be embarrassed, bro. Like, your song might be garbage. It could be complete trash, but you're trying. Take that feedback. Be humble. Like, just do things to step towards being better of whatever you would like to be, and be yourself with it as well. That's very important. What does it mean to be yourself? That's a larger video. I do want to make another video about, like, talking about what finding your inner child and stuff like that means, or at least what it means to me, my interpretation of it, and how it helped me to be more motivated in my life and generate it. All right, yeah, in general. So yeah. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say. I just wanted to post a video, post a video, and have something for myself to look back on as I continue to make these videos, and hopefully it's not like useless to you. It's gonna be useful for me because I know the way I think and stuff like that. But hopefully, whoever watches the video can get something from it as well. I believe I did all right. I did all right. First video. What can I say? Anyway.